Hey, everybody. Welcome to Lifestyle Listings Live. We are here on July 28th. So it's almost August, and that's crazy. So um, I'm really excited for football season, and that means next weekend preseason games start. Go Chargers, go 49ers, and we are ready for football season. So all of my NFL friends, and we only communicate during football season, right? So it's really fun during football season. I have all my friends that we start communicating to. So it's really fun. Hi, Holly. Hi, Joe. Nice to have you on the show today. So we are here. It is a beautiful day here in Ventura. We are warming up, and that's been really, really nice. We are here at our office off of Wells Road. We're at 310 South Wells Road, Suite 203. We have lots of parking here. We'd love to have you come by and say hi and come and visit us. And we also have a wonderful restaurant downstairs, Cafe 126. Thanks to Frank and his staff for everything that they do. Their food is great. And so go and have breakfast or lunch over at Cafe 126. And this week, I think we've been frequenting the tater tots, and they have a homemade ranch. So it's really, really good. So, anyways, thanks for coming on the show. We have a lot of fun things happening here in Ventura right now. X Games is over. That was really fun. And for those of you that didn't get to view it online, or at the event. It was really, really fun. We had a lot of people in town, and people are just once again coming to our amazing city and going, oh my gosh, what a great city. It's like Ventura is just being founded. So, what does that mean in the real estate world? That means that prices are going to keep going up. So, uh, we just have so many people from across the country that are finding Ventura and are really wanting to live here because you got to admit it's really, really beautiful. We have people coming down from Santa Barbara. We're seeing a lot of people coming down from Santa Barbara. And once again, the flow from Los Angeles, Northern California, and everywhere. And I think Tony Hawk, he was doing the emceeing for the X Games, and he kept just saying, "I'm going to buy a home here. I'm going to buy a home here in Ventura." So I was like, contacting him on Instagram, and my clients are texting me going, "You got to find, Tony Hawk on, social media so you can tell him and contact him." So, anyways, X Games was really fun. It was great to have it here in Ventura. And next week we have the Ventura County Fair, and that's really fun. They are setting up for the fair that starts on Wednesday. So there's lots of great events going there. And I think there might be a link in our bio for the fair. If there's not, we will get it there for you. Great bands coming in to play, and that's always fun on a summer evening to go down to the fair, walk around, eat a corn dog, go into the concerts, and you always bump into people that you know. It's just a really, really fun summer thing to go and do with your family. And then, of course, the rides and the shopping. And there's always like one specialty item that they sell at the fair. It's like, what's the specialty item this year? It's like the super duper mop or the hand wipes. It's like, what's the new thing? So I don't know what it's going to be this year. But, anyways, I'm sure I'll bump into it. So thanks for once again for jumping onto our live. We have a great guest today. We're going to talk about staging. Going to talk about decluttering your home and preparing your home for sale. So we will get into that. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, yeah. So we have a new team member onto our lifestyle listings. Welcome, Cynthia Sperania. And Cynthia has been in real estate since year 2000. She is a very seasoned agent, and she's super fun. She has a lot of energy. As well, you can visit Cynthia at her store downtown on Main Street called Jellyfish. And they have all these really cute ocean memorabilia and ocean thematic housewares and fun stuff. So go check out Jellyfish. Cynthia is on our team now. We're really excited. She went on vacation, but when she comes back, we'll have her come on to the live so all of you can meet Cynthia And our team is growing. We have other new people coming onto the team soon, so stay tuned. Lifestyle Listings is growing and shaking it up, so we're really excited about that. We have a couple, right now we have an active listing on Hyacinth, and that's 11260 Hyacinth Street. And if you're interested in looking at that property, you can. Hey, Jessica, thanks for coming on. You can go to 11260 hyacinthstreet.com, and there's a full website because all of our listings that we have get personal websites with all of the photos and virtual media and drone photos on there. So you can go to 11260 Hyacinth Street to look at that property. It's beautiful, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,000 square feet, and it's in excellent pristine shape. It's located on a corner down off of Darling. The home was built in 2012, has air conditioning and beautiful turf, brand new hardwood flooring throughout. It's really a gorgeous home. So go check out Hyacinth Street, and it's priced at $899,900. We'll be doing open houses there next weekend, so watch for our open houses next weekend on Hyacinth Street. We also just closed a home last week, a couple of homes, one on Plummer Street in Winnetka, and we also closed another home in Winnetka on School Court. That was a great, great property and a great journey for a very good client of ours who had gone through a lot of loss, and took him a while to get to that point where he really wanted to sell, where he was ready to sell his property. He knew he wanted to sell his property for about 6 months, but it took him a while, to really be ready. And that's, I love talking about that, because when we talk to people about selling their homes, we understand that it's in your time, not our time, and that we follow you in your journey and what works for you and your timing. And so with Harry, his name is Harry, he's so sweet. And we, just kept track of him and talking to him and going out and visiting and talking about his home. And one day we showed up, he's like, I'm ready. And we're like, okay. So we kicked it in and got his home on the market within a week with all the photos and all the staging that needed to happen. So that was a really fun project. So School Court closed, and what else? McHugh Court, 943 McHugh Court, beautiful 3 bedroom, 3 bath, and a bonus room in Ventura, sold over asking. And I'll also say School Court closed way over asking. We put it into escrow within 5 days. Same with McHugh Court. We have a really good marketing plan that we put your house on coming soon. We put it on the market. We do open houses, and the pattern has been within 5 days, we're putting your house into escrow and with multiple offers and selling over asking. So, we have a really good, we have a really good marketing plan to get your home on and off the market as soon as possible. And we're going to be talking about how we're preparing those homes for staging in just a minute. What else do we have? I think that's pretty much everything that we have going on here at Lifestyle Listings. And so now what I'd like to do is bring on our guest today. We have Kimberly Ruha, making the best first impression. And I'm going to invite Kimberly onto the show, and she's going to tell you all about what she does and all the magic that she brings to properties. Please welcome Kim. Hi.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for
You're
inviting
dressed
me on the
appropriately
show.
for Ventura.
Yes.
Yes.
What a beautiful afternoon.
Yeah, it's really nice to be down here. So you live up in Thousand Oaks. So
Yes.
you're like down in Ventura going, is it getting warm up there?
It's a little warm.
Yeah.
We're based here in Ventura, where our warehouse is, but the main office is Thousand Oaks, and sometimes we get some of the canyon breeze.
Oh, right. Not very often.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to start heating up a little bit right now. So
it's starting to get warm, and actually we try to plan our schedules when we're staging on the temperature too, because we also stage in the desert as well as
God
Ventura.
Bless you.
Yeah, so it's been heating up in the desert when it's 112. We try to start at like 6 a.m.
Because I think last week you were in the desert, headed out to the desert. We were on the phone, and you were headed out to Palm Springs, I think, or something.
You're right. What a beautiful office you have here.
Oh,
I love
thank
it.
you.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Thank you.
I love coastal vibe and everything.
Coming from you, that means a lot to me because I did all the decoration in here. And but anything that you see and hear that you're like, oh, that looks, we could change that. We can spruce that up. I'm totally open to making this great and better. So maybe we'll talk about that later. But come and visit us at our office. It's really fun and cozy. And we have air conditioning here so you can come and hang out here.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, like, we're going to talk about staging, but like, what is your passion about that and how did you get into staging homes? Hi, Tressa. Nice to have you on the show.
Hi, Tressa. A couple years ago, I just got a real creative ideas and stuff, and I did a lot of flipping my own homes and condos.
Okay.
And I really liked being under pressure, under the time crunch. One condo that I had, I flipped pretty much in 2 weeks, and that was, I ripped out all the old carpeting, put in really nice tile, the porcelain tile floors that are easy to keep and clean. And then I painted and put all new furniture in, and within 2 weeks, I put it back on the market.
Good for you.
So,
and how'd you do on that property?
Pretty good.
Oh,
yeah. I was
very nice.
Excited. And I also help people with that are doing maybe like short-term rental, Airbnbs and all that. If somebody's like, oh, I just bought this property and I don't know what to put in it, I can always do consults with that. But I mostly work with people like yourself, with realtors, and help you and your clients go through the process easy, because it can be very overwhelming. And I know for older people, sometimes they might have a lot of clutter. So I'm really good about holding somebody's hand, your client's hand, and say, okay, well, I know this is so meaningful for you, but maybe if we put it in a box and put it in the garage, it's such a emotional process for older people.
Yes.
And even younger people. So I help with declutter.
Oh, well. Okay. Do you ever like go into homes just to declutter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's a service that you do as well.
Exactly. I'd be happy to do that. And we can do 1 room, 2 rooms, an entire house, whatever we need to do to work in your budget.
So I'm thinking, and I know my daughter Jessica's thinking this right now because she's on the call. Is Jessica still on the call? Oh, she's not. But so her and I are working on a new listing, and the biggest challenge of that listing is to go in and declutter it. And so we're going to bring you in and have you come on to that. So that's exciting because for me as a realtor, I'm really good at the real estate and the contract, and I do some light staging. And I like to keep my own home pretty organized, and decluttered. But when it seems to me like when I can bring in a professional, a third person, it just seems like it edifies. I mean, it edifies me, but it also is so much better if I say, you know what, I'm going to bring in a specialist or a professional that can come in and really help us tackle this, because sometimes for them it's like a big lion in the road, right? And they're like, I can't sell the property, I've got so much stuff in there. And it's just like, how do you do that?
And at Kimberly Staging, we help you with that process.
Oh, really?
And help your client. And like I said, we can hold your client's hand and bring in boxes. We can help pack. We can, whatever you guys need to help the process start, so you can do your real estate business, what you're so good at. Getting listings and getting. Sometimes
it can take weeks.
Yeah.
To prepare a home.
Absolutely.
And that seems to me like the point where we have to have that conversation with the sellers and bring you in and go,
right,
in order for us to get the highest and best net for your home and get the most money,
right,
we might go a little slower, and you know, it's a journey, not an event.
Absolutely.
It's like, how do we, you know?
And even if we just declutter some of the back rooms at Kimberly Staging, we always work on first impressions. So right when you walk in that front door, you want everything nice and clean in those first two rooms that you see.
Yeah.
Even if we have to stage just those first two rooms, like a dining and living room and kitchen, it's very important for first impressions.
Yes.
And if your client is on a little bit of a budget, we don't always have to do all the other rooms, maybe the master bedroom, but we try to work within your budget, whatever is beneficial for you and your client.
Yeah, that's nice. So you have some different, so you're flexible with different types of payments from the client, you know, however you can do that, to make it work for the property.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes we're working with people that have really, really tight budgets.
Right. And a lot of times realtors think, oh no, staging is going to be very expensive for my client. But I could just do a consult. We can come in and just do a consult and just furniture movement and opening up a room. And like I said, taking a couple items to the garage, packing up a couple of things, it can make a whole difference in a room. And that would just be a consult fee. I'd be happy to do that.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, I'm just thinking about all these people right now and my clients that this would be such a great service for. And I just love the whole idea of me bringing in a professional, you know, because it really, I don't need to know and to do everything, you know, and I have a great team. I have a great home inspector. I have a great handyman. I have a great, escrow, and, having that professional stager on the team is really, really important.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of magic we're going to create.
Yeah.
So,
that's great.
So how does the value of staging affect the price?
Well, we've noticed a lot of our homes that we've staged, about 80% of the homes sell within the month.
Okay.
Other than homes that aren't staged, I mean, they can go up to 4 or 5 months and sit. Sometimes realtors will use virtual staging.
Yeah.
And I've been called on a lot of those listings where the house has been virtual staged and the client or the new buyer walks in and the house is completely empty.
Right.
And they're like, wait, this isn't what we saw on the listing.
Yeah.
So a lot of times the furniture and the full effect and the emotions when the new buyer walks in, it really helps, like I mentioned, in those main rooms, to have furniture placement in there, the real, where they can sit down and there's a coffee table in front of them. And we do a lot of great fake TVs so they can sit down for a moment, while they're looking at the house and be like, oh, I could put my coffee here and I can watch my NFL sports, like you mentioned in the beginning of the show. It really helps because, as you know, you have 2 or 3 seconds the minute they walk in the door to capture somebody's attention.
Absolutely.
For a home.
Yeah.
So if they feel that right when they walk in the home with a nice couch they can sit on and look around, it really makes a difference.
Yes. Because you just, like we talked about the virtual staging even before today. While it's a great thing for certain situations, there's just really, it's just so much better, like you said, to walk into the home and to just really be able to feel the lifestyle and to be able to feel you living there and to start seeing, oh yeah, my couch is bigger or smaller than that. That'll fit. Oh, my dining table is smaller than that. Oh, that'll be great. And they're just like checking things off in their mind of how it's going to work from them.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want. We want them to be walking through the house just going, oh, that's great, that's great, that's great, because they have a list, right?
Right.
And so I just think it's so valuable, to really be able, like you said, the first impression, and for people to be able especially the sellers to believe that we're really vested in this project. We're just not wanting to just get it on the market, and sell it. And that's the other thing, having the professional photos for me, in my opinion, is vital. I will not put a property on the MLS,
Right.
or anyone on my team will never put a property on the MLS without professional photos.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I've seen some listings and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And it's just clutter.
It's just stuff that
a lot of
somebody could have walked into the room before the photo was taken and said, straighten the towel, move this over, take this out.
Yes.
Just for the photo.
Yes, and we'd be happy to do just consults like that all day long.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and one great thing that you just mentioned with the furniture is we make it easy for you if, let's say, we're doing a beach condo for you, and we have the master bedroom all set up and the couch, coffee table. If you happen to get a client that wants to buy the house, let's say a bachelor that's relocating for a job, from New York or somebody, and he doesn't want to deal with buying any furniture and he likes everything, we can sell everything that we have, all the way down to the beds, um, artwork, everything. So we make it easy. We can just give you an inventory list, and if somebody walks in and says, I want everything in here, we'd be happy to sell that.
Do you sell pieces? Like, it's like, oh, I really like that table. Can I buy that table?
Absolutely. We can just do pieces. We can do one room. Yeah, whatever they would like, we'd be happy to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I've had some beach properties, and we've talked about one that I might have coming up really soon here down at Channel Islands Harbor. And I see that that's going to be a second home for somebody. And I can see somebody coming in and going, yeah, we're ready to come here. We want to close escrow, and we just want to start living here.
Right.
We don't want to have to go through all that other stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. But then if they do, do want some help in decorating the home, like we talked about my client, Richard, who, wants to talk to you, and he's, in his current home, and he wants to have you come in and help him kind of clean things up.
Yeah, be happy to do that. Do a consult. And even if there's some homes that are a little further away, we'd be happy to do FaceTime walkthroughs.
Oh, yeah.
And do consults like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good, that's a good service. Yeah. I mean, like you said, there's so many times where we have to be so careful, because people who sell their homes have a lot of emotion, attached to the home, their stuff, their furniture. I mean, I have emotion to my stuff,
Yeah.
And so I can, we have to be really, really sensitive to that. Their pictures, like their personal pictures of their family.
Yeah.
And do you usually ask them to take any personal photos out, or how do you do that?
Yeah, we don't like a lot of personal or religious. We like to try to keep things just very, very neutral.
Oh, okay, that's smart.
Yeah, because then when you have your client walk in the house, it's more of an open, neutral feeling, and they can imagine whoever they are, male, female, they can imagine their own ideas and their own furniture in the house.
Yeah.
Just so it's real clean and crisp looking. And
yeah, and then some people want some of their personal stuff taken down from the walls, specifically because it identifies them as being in the police force, or being things that are confidential.
Right.
They really don't want people coming through the home knowing that they're a certain, position within the, county or in the area. So we always, like to be sensitive to that too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've had those situations. And so what else? So some people, when we talk about staging, they're like, oh, that seems like so much work. But you talked about, you don't always have to do the whole house, right?
Exactly. We don't have to do all furniture placement. We can just do the consult, and like I mentioned, declutter so that the realtor can get some nice pictures. If they're on a certain budget, we don't have to do furniture at all. We can just come in and declutter and move things around, open up the room, and for a very minimal fee.
Oh,
Happy
really?
to do that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you usually find that sellers are really open to meeting with you, or you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think a lot of sellers that are excited to sell their house and they are definitely up for the feedback. They really appreciate a different point of view. Because a lot of us in our own homes, we get comfortable and we have a little clutter here or there, and we don't see uh, the space that's filled with our files and chairs and all. And when you get a different opinion and a different eye walking in the front door, it makes a difference.
Yes. Yeah, because we just live in our homes every day, and we just move about the cabin, and we just have our patterns,
Right.
and we don't tend to just like really well. We don't have the eye that I think you do, for that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, we have a website and
oh,
Facebook.
let's go ahead and give everybody that information. How can people find you?
The main phone number is 818-917-0809.
Okay.
And it's Kim at KimberlyStaging.com.
Okay. And I think in the bio, you can find your information in the bio, and you can find Kim there. And you have some stuff, right?
Yeah. Had some amazing clients. One that in point that we just helped a client, it meant a lot to me, is his wife had just passed away of cancer. And when we first met with him, you could tell he was down in the dumps and he was selling and moving out of town and all that. And it was really nice to emotionally connect with him and say, look, we got you. We'll take care of this. And he's like, well, what about these boxes? And what if I need to move this carpet? I don't do just staging. My company, Kimberly Staging, we like to help the person. We're not just cookie cutter, so whatever they need. It was really nice to help him because you could tell he was going through a tough time. And we were here to help him with the house, but anything else he needed uh, with getting boxes and getting tape and anything else with cleaning afterwards, we're here to help. So it was real emotional. It was a great experience to help him. The house sold within the 2 months, and he got full asking, and it was really a blessing to see that all the other stuff he was going through. It was nice that this went very smooth for him.
Yeah, because one of the biggest parts of him moving on is to move out of the house and to sell the house. A lot of times, not always, but sometimes, and that's the big journey. We just went through that on our property, on our listing in Winnetka on School Court. So that was the big journey for Harry, is because his wife had passed away in the last year, and he just was stuck. He was stuck, and he just couldn't. He just couldn't get out of that. And then one day we went there, and he was like, "I'm ready. I'm ready to move on." And lots of memories here. And so it was really important for us to still be sensitive to that with him. And then when the new buyers came in, they ended up having this great connection. So it just like it was a good family for him to turn the home over to. So yeah, that was really that's great. So what is kind of real quickly, what is your life? Do you have like a life philosophy, or just kind of something that you live by, or anything like that?
I feel that in just summarizes everybody might have a tough day and a good day, and I think it's amazing if we just embrace each other and help each other in one way or another. And if it's not just staging, here, I'll help you get a ride to the airport. I'll help you get a box. Whatever somebody needs. I think it's just nice to embrace and help people in every way. we can.
I concur, especially now we've been locked down. We were locked down for a couple of years, and now everybody's out kind of testing the waters. And now it's like, you know what? Go out and love people and be kind and nice to everybody, and it's just so important because everybody out there wants to be loved and cared for. You can make the difference in somebody's life today just by, being kind to somebody in line at the grocery store or whatever. So, we are so grateful that you joined us here today on our live. Thank you for coming. I'm so looking forward to working with you and having you, work with my clients. So thank you guys so much. Have a fun weekend. Go to the fair, eat some popcorn, eat a corn dog, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks so much. Have a great day.